Gang, 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 gang. I get messages when I talk like this. And I'm playing in the PM on this glorious day. It's Halloween, y'all. Yes, 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 y'all. And you don't stop. Back alley gang gang. Back alley gang gang. Back alley gang gang. Megalodon 415 is my name and keeping it visual is my cuisine. Blessed with good fortune and good fame. And now these YouTube streets knows my name. Lex Prayz upside down. And he prays to a stuffed bat. This is a ritual, a formula designed by the human bat, Lex. Whether or not it's effective or not has nothing to do with myself. However, I look at this individual, Lex, and I see the new identity. As I witness the transformation of the human bat, the guy, the man who prays upside down, I can testify that there's been a change in the man. Lex prays upside down, and he prays to a stuffed bat. You have to understand the length that a madman will go to be victorious in his inner demons or his inner workings or his inner Satan. Lex prays upside down. In nature, we have the higher and the lower. We have God, we have devil, we have positive, we have negative. Lex prays upside down, and he prays to a stuffed bat. When you see the religious believers praying and honoring their God before a statue, you see the dedication, the commitment, the desire of one to be one with the God that they believe in. Lex prays upside down, and he prays to a stuffed bat. Free Lex. You don't want to be free. Free Lex. Lex doesn't want to be free. And I'm playing in the PM, nigga, because it's Halloween, y'all. Lex decided when things wasn't going his way, he decided to try the dark side out. Lex Prayz upside down. He enjoys the dark side because he always has identified with the dark side since 6 years old. Lex Prayz upside down, and he prays to a stuffed bat. It's a ritual that he performs to perfect his witchcraft, his voodoo, his inner demons, his inner being. Lex is the human bat. Lex Prayz upside down. He believes that it grants him authority over his subjects. It's a scary sight to see individuals begging for bat wings. Lex Prayz upside down. There's individuals who want, who crave, who beg for bat wings. Lex Prayz upside down. And he prays to a stuffed bat. It's Halloween, y'all. When an individual decides to enter into the dark side, who knows when they will reappear? Who knows if they ever want to come back to the light? Who knows if you'll ever see your friend again in the light, because they want, they crave, they desire to go to the dark side. Lex prays upside down, and he prays to a stuffed bat. And I'm playing in the PM, nigga. Oh, jeez. X-rays upside down. He believes in spirits and demons and all of these inner workings that many people just don't want to take the time out of their day to even think about if it really is true. Lex believes in spirits and demons, and if you really want to know the truth, he believes in aliens. Lex prays upside down, and he prays to a stuffed bat. He got individuals begging for bat wings. Bat gang. Wings up. It's a scary sight. It's terrifying to witness people just willingly submit to a bat. They see the chaos. They see the damage. They know that Lex is a bat out of hell, but they still continue to crave for the bat wings. It's an exhilaration. It's a thrill to run with the bad guy, to be bad. They say it's a addictive thing. Lex prays upside down, and the bat gang love it. Lex prays upside down to a stuffed bat, and the bat gang is fully with him. Lex prays upside down. It's Halloween, y'all. I never thought the day would come where I would see individuals under mind control. I never really knew about voodoo and witchcraft and all these things until I met a witch myself. And now I'm exposed to these new things that's going on. The wizards, the warlocks, these individuals who are, into this spiritual world and all into things. I saw it in movies, but I never knew that they would come where I would see these individuals in real time. And now I'm starting to see that, it's people out here doing things that a brother like myself who was just, raised off the hood trick. I'm not, knowing of all of these witchcraft things. Yeah, I saw it in movies. And that's as far as I go with it. And, I didn't really think that these individuals was performing these voodoos and witchcrafts and all this stuff in real time. And now I see, and it's a it's a scary sight to see, brothers who you used to look at and there was appearing normal, and over a period of time they transform. It's a terrifying sight to witness soul of mine, just become a bat out of hell. I witnessed the transformation of this guy, this brother who was standing up for the cause. He really had a goal in his mind to stand for the people. And I mean, I remember the days, and now to see Soldier Mind, just at the beck and call of Lex, it's a terrifying sight to witness Soul of Mine in the month of October when it's Halloween time. Just bow down and submit and just even, in a sense, submit to the dark world himself. I'm witnessing a transformation right before my eyes in Soldier Mind. Is he the same guy? Yes, physically. That's him. That's the guy. That's him, the one who wears those hats. The funny hats and things, and he's somewhat awkward. He wasn't, just an all right kind of humble guy, and now it's to the point where he's a bat out of hell. He's disrespectful. He's, in a sense, gaining the momentum of Lex. He's reminding me of Lex. I didn't know that he would go to this level. Now, I know he went through some things. I understand when a man is hurt, there's a spirit of payback that overtakes one. So I identify with the human spirit of wanting, to be vindicated. I know about that, but I didn't know that I was going to see Soldier Mind sell his mind to Lex. I didn't know that a spirit would, in a sense, take over this Soul of Mine character to the point where he sold his mind. He sold his soul. Now, I'm not saying that Lex is Satan. Of course he's not. But Lex says that somebody else is Satan. But Lex did tell us that he was a Luciferian. I never studied those teachings, so I don't know what it is. I always thought Lucifer was, satanic or the devil. I didn't know it was some type of energy source for certain people. I don't know those teachings, but Lex dropped the seed in our minds when he taught us about his past. And he said that, yes, he studied the Luciferian works. And I remember him saying we wasn't ready for that, as though it's a higher knowledge of some sort. And I just closed my mind to that seed, and I didn't want to know anymore. But it's revisiting me now as I witness this Christian mystic, a terminology that I really don't understand, I'm used to just people being Christians. I don't know about Christian mystic. It's mind boggling, but I'm working on understanding it because I'm witnessing a transformation. I saw the chaos that Lex causes, the things he did, the way he talked to the sisters. I witnessed it firsthand. It was beyond disrespect. I never thought I would see somebody get so damn and dirty. But now I have saw Lex, and Lex Prayz upside down. And it's a terrifying sight. And as we think about these things during the month of October, it's a lot to grasp. But I'm telling you, people, it's not normal what he's doing, but he's performing witchcraft. He believes it's granting him some type of power, some type of exercise that he does that makes him stronger. And as I see, as he's actually controlling the mind of Solar Mind, heck, I'm starting to witness the power of one who prays upside down, the mind control. I saw it in Suicide H29. I didn't want to believe it, but I saw it. I saw how a man committed to another man in the dark world. I saw it. I saw when a man came out and said he's the man who prays upside down and he's Batman, not Batman like the movie comic hero, but an individual who's taking on an inner demon. I saw it when Suicide brought out the Bat Gang and announced to the world that Bat Wings Up. I saw it when individuals were putting bats in the chat. I saw it when Lex would disrespect women and women would still come around throwing up the bats in the chat. I saw it. I couldn't believe it because some of these women were sisters who were pretty much well aware of the bat out of hell tendencies of Lex. They knew the guy was somewhat disturbed. They knew that he was a disrespectful individual, and yet they flocked to him. And so I knew at that moment there's something going on another level. This is not normal. Usually, when a woman is disrespected by a man and there's other women in the presence and they could see, usually the women come to the support of the woman who's being disrespected because all women have been to some degree disrespected by a man. And so the sisterhood usually surrounds a sister to let that sister know that they're here in full support of her. But when Strange Magic was attacked by Lex and Lex called her a witch and went on a vengeful, spiritual, wicked tear just to try to destroy a sister, no sister came up and stood up for the sister Strange Magic. And I couldn't understand why wouldn't the sister standing up for Strange Magic? And it was a terrible sight. In fact, about it, I went on my own tear against Lex, telling Lex, leave us alone. I had to do something, but there was not an outcry from the sisters when Lex attacked Strange Magic with that vicious venom of his. And I said to myself, wow, those sisters in his chat must be under some type of mind control, almost like when a fan sees a star, they become starstruck and they somewhat forget reality and they fall down into some illusional state of worship of another human being. I saw it, but I didn't want to believe it. I witnessed women bow down to Lex in the sight of one of their sisters being thoroughly disrespected by Lex. And he did it over and over and over again with so many women, just one by one, disrespecting this sister, that sister. And even he's disrespected sci-fi living. And I couldn't believe I saw Sci-Fi Living in the chat. She was over there in Solar Vision Debate League chat, giving hugs and kisses to Lex, just blowing it up like, what? I said, no way. Lex used to disrespect you, Sci-Fi Living, and now all of a sudden you're being cool with this guy. And it was a trip because when I went into the chat, they blocked me. And I said, damn, because she was in there with Wax Dog. Wax Dog, we already know he's been under mind control. Wax Dog had the blue wrench, and they gave Sister Sci-Fi Living a blue wrench. And when I entered into the building, all I did was enter, and they blocked me immediately. So I said, wow, this is a scandalous act. And then I had to witness Sci-Fi Living kissing up to Lex. It was a sight that I couldn't believe. Don't you remember Lex, Sci-Fi Living, when he was disrespecting you, calling you all those names? Sci-Fi Living, Science Fiction Living. Don't you remember the days when Lex was just being so rude and verbally abusive to you? Sci-Fi Living, don't forget when Lex was just being a bat out of hell, but Sci-Fi Living was kissing up to Lex, and I said, damn, not Sci-Fi Living. No, what is the world coming to? Science Fiction Living. Science Fiction Living is kissing up to Lex. Then I said, oh shit, mind control time. Oh shit. Now, I know it's real. Sci-Fi Living. Now, she stayed around as long as she could until Lex turned on her. Like a human bat will turn on you. Lex commenced to just disrespecting her. So when she came back the next stream, she thought it was cool. And Lex commenced again to disrespecting her. And then she realized that kissing up, that soft shit that he was doing was just to bring you in so that he could stand you up, just to knock you down. So he was acting like he was cool with you, just to see if you would accept it again. And you fell into the trap. Sci-Fi Living, Science Fiction Living. She went into the Twilight Zone. She said, no, Lex, I thought we was cool. I thought you was being cool with me. But she don't understand Lex. I thought she understood Lex. Lex is a bat out of hell. Man, she tried to be cool with Lex, and Lex turned on her once again, y'all. Embarrassed the queen, the beautiful, gracious queen, the Sci-Fi Living. Embarrassed her right there in Solar Mind's chat. And Solar Mind didn't say a word. Solar Mind didn't say nothing. Soldier Mind remembers Sci-Fi Living. Soldier Mind knows who Sci-Fi Living is. Soldier Mind knows Science Fiction Living, but Soldier Mind didn't say a word. He let Lex disrespect Sci-Fi Living in his chat over there at Sci-Fi Living Day. It was a Sci-Fi Living Day. It was Solar Vision Debate League. Leave me alone, Lex. Leave me alone, Lex. Leave me alone, Lex. Again, I'll play it in the AM. Playing in the AM. Leave me alone, Lex. It was a different day. I never thought I would see Sci-Fi Living blowing hearts to Lex. That's when I knew it was real. Lex came back. Lex attacked the chocolate goddess. Lex went on a vengeful tear towards Sister Soul, also known as Soul Alchemy. Lex did it. Lex was a bat out of hell. I entered into the building late. This was another occasion. So I didn't really hear Lex call her a bitch. I didn't hear it. So when I got into the building, I wasn't really tripping. Lex was just on his tear calling her a witch. And listen, I really don't get mad at the witch word as much anymore, because once I got with a witch and she exposed me to what a witch is, I said, okay. I'm talking about the self-proclaimed strange magic, the witch. herself. She says she's a witch. I didn't call her a witch. Strange Magic announced to the world that she was a witch. And I didn't get scared because, I've been following her for a while. And so I know, in my mind, she's a cool person. So when she said she was a witch, now normally shit, I would have ran because I'm from the hood. I'm out the hood trick. I ain't trying to deal with no goddamn, goblins and Freddy Cougars and Jasons or, witches. You feel me? So, man, listen, with a black hat and a goddamn black cape and the big old black pot that they cook in and oh, well, don't ask me if she rides a broom. But most witches that I used to see always rode a broom. But I don't want to get disrespectful and ask the sister, did she ride a broom? But I started imagining this witch hat and this cape, this black cape, in this black pot, and they cook up spells in the pot. So this was, of interest to me because, that means voodoo, witchcraft. That means individuals playing around in those worlds. And I knew I had to either love it or hate it. So I decided to deal with it. And I realized that a witch is not really all that bad unless you turn the energy towards yourself and she comes at you in some type of a negative way. So, I'm not a bad guy. So, even if you get mad at me, it's not like I'm going to do something so terrible to where you just hate me. So I said, I'm going to take a chance with the witch. And ever since, in a sense, I'm not so scared of witches no more. So when Lex was calling Akasha a witch, I didn't really get upset. So I entered into the chat and I wasn't, in there banging on Lex that day. But he was banging on Akasha. Now, Akasha was in the chat. All right. I don't know how he's just wanted to start banging on. I don't know why. Because I got into the chat late. And then I realized what was going on. It was some stuff about the package. And I guess Lex decided to defend, the man who will think about losing some weight. He's here to make you think. All right. So I didn't really understand, but I said, okay, so he's defending the man who is thinking, he's considering it. He's just thinking, y'all. He's thinking about shedding a few pounds. He's here to make you think. And so I said, damn, okay, so Lex is defending the Aboriginal movement, the indigenous movements, because he want to get back with something. No big deal, Mr. Flip-Flopper, okay. I understand how the game go. He was in the flat earth community. Then he went to the Aboriginal community, and he was trying to roll with Sinetta. He was doing all kind of stuff, so I didn't look at it as a big deal that he was defending the man who is considering losing a pound or two. I mean, he's thinking about it, ladies and gentlemen. He's thinking. Let him think now. He's thinking about losing a pound. Come on, y'all. Why can't we all just get along? Let that brother think about it. He'll do it one day. He's here to make you think. So I said, okay, he's defending the con. So I said, okay, I understand that. All right. He has to con away because all of us, package. We have a lower desire. We have a higher desire. It's about where you want to go with it. If you want to be a kind of way, that's the way you're going to choose. So I said, okay, he's choosing. Lex is choosing to defend the way of a con. And I just said, okay, that's Lex. Lex is being Lex. So I didn't really trip. I didn't know that Lex had just called Akasha a bitch. And that's why she was so upset because, she was being disrespected on that level. And then he commits to going in and then he said all kind of really trying to cast a spell on the sister, calling her a witch and saying she does this and does that and watch out for the spaghetti. Don't eat the spaghetti. And see, I never knew what that meant. And now I'm, shit, the spaghetti. I mean, I grew up in the hood. Nigga, you didn't have to watch your goddamn spaghetti. But now all of a sudden, goddamn it, But I make my own pasta and things, so I ain't tripping off that shit because I'm the motherfucker who's watching the goddamn pot. But I don't know about just going to somebody's house now, eating some goddamn spaghetti. They made me think. Well, Lex did it. Lex prays upside down, and he prays to us stuff back. Now listen, now when I go to somebody's house, goddamn it, if spaghetti's on the menu, goddamn it, my eyebrows go up. I don't know. I want to eat this shit. I'm just saying that's a sidebar, no disrespectful, but I'm saying all this witchcraft and voodoo and people casting spells and, people thinking that hey man, now I'm on my goddamn toes with this shit. And Lex did that. Lex is the one who keep me on my toes because when I saw, well, I didn't see him personally, but it was a vision. It was a dream-like state. I was driving down the high road. Leave me alone, Lex. Leave me alone, Lex. I was driving down the highway, but I'm taking the high road on these goddamn clowns. I ain't trying to get down low like them. I was driving on the high road and I saw Lex. I'm driving on the highway while I was being driven. Okay, because, I was, I had a little bit and, I was feeling good. So I was just sitting in the passenger seat being driven, but I had to take a nature call. Now I'm from the city, ladies and gentlemen. So, every now and then I drive the highway and you feel me? I enter into different places just to cool out, get away from all these people, just to get in a more relaxed state of being. So sometimes you're driving through landscape areas and there's a lot of trees and a lot of, just open space. I'm a city slicker, so I'm used to concrete buildings. I'm used to all this concrete jungle. But every now and then, I need to go out there and just, getting close to nature and get to a, slower pace. It's good for my soul, my mind. So as I was driving I was being driven on the highway. I'm taking the high road, but I'm being driven on the highway. And I said, I got to take a nature call. So I stopped to take a nature call. Now, this was in a vision, y'all. This is not real. But is it real? It was like I was in a dream state. But I've been that before and I saw some stuff. Is it real? Is it a vision? What is it? All I know is I saw Lex. He was from afar. It was him. I know that cranium any goddamn where. I mean, once you see his fucking cranium one time, you never forget. That's why he keep it covered up, goddamn it. The only time he took off his goddamn hat is when he went out there to try to battle the other cranium, Brother Jabari. The brother took off his hat. And you witnessed a cranium, nigga. It was crazy. Two craniums crashing. Well, it wasn't really a crash because Lex was on this slick shit. Lex was trying to submit to Jabari to deceive Jabari, but it didn't work. Brother Jabari commits to the whipping of Lex. This is when Lex was attempting to take over the HOK because Lex went into the HOK and he became a member. Y'all don't remember when he took the trip to 125th Street, 12 Spit Street, and he kissed the ring of side cheddar. He did the circuit. He talked to people. He did everything, walked the strip, and then he commenced to going to the temple of Kemet, Brother Jabari's palace, and he had a sit down. And the first thing I noticed when I saw this sit down, I said, God damn, nigga, you really sitting down? Where's the stand-up man in you, Lex? The brother went into the temple with his goddamn hat off. Lex don't take off his hat. Lex is a bat. Lex is a goddamn stand-up man, right? He went into the goddamn Jabari's temple and he took off his hat. He had his head all shined up and shit. Now, we know Brother Jabari always shows his cranium because Brother Jabari wants you to know he's a big head scientist. He wants you to know that he got brains. He wants you to know that, goddamn it, look at my mind. Brother Jabari wants you to know that, nigga, I'm the smartest man in the room. Now, I know he's real gentle with his speech. And a lot of people say, oh, man, this brother, I don't know, man. He's so soft-spoken. But Brother Jabari is a psycho for Kemet. Brother Jabari goes cuckoo for Kemet, nigga. And Lex didn't know that really. So Lex tried to sweet talk Brother Jabari. Went into Brother Jabari's temple smiling and beguiling and shit. Even took off his hat. Had his head all shined up and shit, as though that was going to impress Brother Jabari. Brother Jabari looked at his cranium and his bald head and said, nigga, please. I'm married, Negro. And so Brother Jabari went into the lessons and just commenced to a spanking of Lex. Lex already had submitted, but now it was just a complete submissive beatdown. It was a terrible sight to see this tough guy Lex just smiling and beguiling and just kissing ass, nigga. Lex kissed the ass of Brother Jabari. Now tell me I'm lying, Lex. Because Brother Jabari, leave me alone, Lex. Leave me alone, Lex. Because Lex thought he could deceive Brother Jabari. He thought he could go in there and my stomach growl when I talk like this because I'm hungry for this shit. Lex thought he could go into Brother Jabari's temple and smile and beguile. It's Halloween, y'all. Lex thought he can go into Brother Jabari's temple and smile at Brother Jabari, and Brother Jabari would take his guards down, and then Lex could just hit him with the uppercut, the right hook, the left hook, all the shit to make the brother look stupid and shit. And it didn't work, y'all. Brother Jabari stood steadfast and whipped Lex's ass. And Lex hated it. He left, and then he decided to quit the HOK because he knew he would not be the face of the HOK. My question to Lex was always, why did you ever think you could be the face of the HOK? You believe, Lex believes that aliens built the pyramids. Lex, just by that alone, you will never be and could never be the face of the HOK. You know that Sarnetta is Halloween, y'all. You know that Satan don't, excuse me, y'all, is Halloween, y'all. You know that Sarnetta believes that the people, the Kemet people, the melaninated human being built the pyramids. So you can't go to the HOK with some pseudo teaching about the aliens building the pyramids and think that you're going to be the face of the HOK, Lex. This is when I look at Lex and I say, this guy is a brilliant idiot. Yes, he's brilliant. Yes, he knows this. Yes, he knows that. Yes, he's brilliant. Yes, he's brilliant. But he's a fucking idiot. Because he does things like that. As well as disrespecting the queens and the goddesses. Oh, you should have heard how he talked about General Empress Sekhmet before she became a part of the, you know? But hey, it's all good. We love the fact that the sister has taken it to another level in her own growth and development. She's always the general of Black power. So we love you, sister. But before you went over there and, wanted to be defended and loved and treated in your spiritual world when you were the general, of I Empress segment over here in the HOK, when you were standing up as the general, you got attacked by Lex, and Lex went on a tear. Lex was disrespectful. Lex was a bat out of hell. Lex was such a brat. And that's one of the reasons why the sister wanted to get up out of this joint, because Lex was so disrespectful. She don't want to be dealing with all that stuff 24/7. So she wanted her spirituality to be intact. So she went to where she believes is right. So Empress segment, we love you. Keep your head up, sister. You're still a general to me. However, when Lex was attacking Sinetta and you were the general of the HOK and Lex came at you such evil and gave the people a display of his wickedry, his attack on women, I felt ashamed as a man, because I said, why would a man talk to a woman like that? And that's when I started to realize that Lex was a bat. I didn't know that he prayed to a bat. I didn't know that he prayed upside down, but I knew he was a bat out of hell. Because no man could talk to a precious, beautiful queen like that. And the I Empress segment is a beautiful queen, a strong warrior. But Lex did it. Lex talked disrespectful to the general I Empress segment on the worst level, because he knew his days at the HOK was over. He wanted a way out anyway. So he gave back his sweatshirt. He didn't get the hat. And the rest became legendary. No Sinetta TV award. And then Lex became bitter. Now we are witnessing the buildup of all of that, plus much more that we're not even into. This is why the brother is a human bat. He's holding in the anger. You don't understand what it is, people, because you heal from your anger. You relieve the stress. You allow yourself to move to the next level. You don't just keep holding on to it. You don't feed off of the hate and the negativity. So you don't understand what it is to be in that dark space, to where everything somebody does to you, you hold it in and won't pay back. See, you're normal. You're normal people. You know how to just accept the fact that we're flawed. There's nobody on God's green earth that is righteous to the point where they won't offend you. So you chalk it up and be like, okay, that's human. That's human nature. And you just move on with it because you know we're human. You don't got time to hold into all that anger. Lex been holding shit up since he was 6 years old. He's still mad at the fact that he was sent to a boarding school from 6 to 16. The brother is upset, but he don't think about what he did while he was in the boarding school. And he don't even understand really what his guardians were attempting to do when they sent them to the boarding school. They sent them to the boarding school to learn discipline. They sent them to the boarding school to learn how to work with others. They sent them to the boarding school to make them into a human being. Not a spoiled brat, somebody who feels like the world owes him something. And so when he went to the boarding school, he now still holds on to that. He's still mad that he went to a boarding school. Now, it was a lovely boarding school. The brother has nothing to be really upset about because they did everything for him. Guardians up there damn near every day. Brother on all kind of trips and taking world trips and experiencing the world. The summer just fun all summer. Camp this, camp that. I mean, it was a wonderful experience. It was a very expensive boarding school. But Lex doesn't appreciate the worldview that he received. What he does is uses his worldview to deceive. He uses his worldview to look down on you and me because the brother been all over the world. He's seen some different things. He learned some things. So, no, he wasn't, like myself, out the hood trick. No, he'd never been there. And that's part of his regret because in his mind, he wanted to be an entertainer, a rapper. He didn't have no street cred. You don't need no street cred to rap, Lex. But Lex thought he needed credibility to rap. He needed to be the bad guy. Lex, that's Hollywood talk. We accept any rap artist that just tells their story or do their thing. You don't have to have a street cred. Come on, Lex. That's that lame stuff. But he was never born in the hood, so he only visualizes what the hood looks like, what the hood is like, what those brothers out the hood go through. Lex never experienced it. So again, he's upset at that. Lex, that's not nothing to be upset about. You are blessed, Lex, to never have had to experience the trauma of being born into the projects, Lex. You're a blessed man. But Lex is angry at that. Lex, you are a brat. Let it go, brother. You still haven't repented for the elder who retired, and she was a few years away. She had an early retirement. She had all of her benefits ready. She just needed 3 more years. But Lex was being a bat out of hell even then. So at 6 years old, he entered into the boarding school, and by 9 years old, she said she's out of there. And she was a nice lady, an elderly lady, a church-going lady, a lady that, at worst, when Lex would act a little fool or a big fool, break windows or throw food all over the place at dinner time, stick his foot out to trip a staff member as they're walking by, when Lex would just be Lex, and this beautiful lady attempted to show him, hey, Lex, that's inappropriate. And you need to learn, how to be decent or be fair to your fellow man, fellow woman. The worst that she would do to Lex was have him draw smiley faces. And Lex took that as though it was holy water. Lex was a bat out of hell. Each smiley face made him angry. It's Halloween, y'all. Every time he had to write a smiley face, he became incensed. It's Halloween, y'all. The elder didn't know that she was really making him into a worse individual, because every time he was writing smiley faces, in his mind, he was making demonic faces. So every smiley face turned him into a demon. She didn't know that but she wasn't doing it. It was Lex. Lex did it. She was doing a good thing. She was trying to show the brother, hey, brother, it's okay to smile. It's okay to be happy. Life is about joy, even though we go through pain. You have to find a way to get a gain out of it. Move forward. So the smiley face was not a punishment, Lex. I know you think when you had to do the lines of smiley faces, you thought you were being punished, but brother, she was attempting to imprint a smile in your mental, Lex. But you rejected the smile and you created the demonic face, Lex. Lex did it. Lex prays upside down and he prays to a stuffed fat soul. This started a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen. He started at 6 years old till 16. And when he reached 36, he decided to commit to the dark world. I don't know if the time was right or what. However, I do see the transformation of Lex. Lex prays upside down and he prays to a stuffed bat. And wow. That's these individuals trying to hit me up right now. They say I'm going too far with it. All right, I'm playing in the PM. Lex prays to a stuffed bat, y'all. And what can I say? It's Halloween, y'all. At this point, all I can say is free Lex. Free Lex, y'all. Free his mind. Free his soul. And his body will follow. He'll be decent again one day if he decides to come out of the darkness. But until then, I'll just be me. Keep an eye on the brother. It's Halloween, y'all. Yes, I'm praying for the brother. Just because he's disrespectful and all of that, I'm not going to be the same. It's Halloween, y'all. Lex prays upside down. And he prays to a stuffed bat. And he has followers, working on a legion of followers that want to be a part of the bat gang. So when you see the bats, just know what you're looking at. You're looking at the bat out of hell, secret fraternity. But it's all in your face. Lex prays upside down. And he prays to a stuffed bat.